never trying to replace their mother or force a relationship, but simply being present and consistent in a way that allowed them to trust her gradually. She would help Emma with homework, attend Jake's soccer games, and slowly become integral to our daily routines without making it feel forced. After Lisa and I had been together for about 2 years, we started talking about adoption. Lisa was committed to being their parent regardless of what happened between her and me. The adoption process was straightforward because Sarah had essentially disappeared completely and made no effort to maintain contact or provide financial support, which legally constituted abandonment. When the adoption was finalized last year, it was one of the happiest days of our lives. Jake and Emma, now 15 and 13, have grown into incredible teenagers who have formed a deep bond with Lisa, whom they call Mom without any prompting from us. They still remember their biological mother, but their memories have faded and been replaced by the reality of the family they have now, and they view Sarah more as a figure from their distant past rather than someone with current relevance to their lives. 3 weeks ago, Sarah showed up at our front door completely out of the blue, looking older but otherwise much the same, claiming she had been thinking about us constantly and had finally realized that leaving was the biggest mistake of her life and that she wanted to come back and be part of our family again. She explained that she had spent 9 years traveling the country, working various jobs, exploring different lifestyles and relationships, trying to find herself, but nothing had brought the satisfaction she expected, and she had gradually understood that the happiness she was searching for had been right here with us all along. I was shocked to see her because I had assumed she had moved on completely. I invited her in for coffee and called Lisa to come home early so we could figure out how to handle this together. Lisa was incredibly gracious despite how uncomfortable she felt by Sarah's sudden reappearance. Sarah seemed genuinely remorseful and acknowledged she had made a terrible mistake, but she also had unrealistic expectations about being able to simply step back into our lives as if the last 9 years had never happened. She talked about wanting to spend time with Jake and Emma, take them on trips, help with homework, attend school events, and gradually rebuild the mother-child relationship she had abandoned. The real test came when Jake and Emma got home from school and found their biological mother sitting in our living room. The kids' reactions were immediate and unmistakable. Jake became visibly angry and asked Sarah why she had come back and whether she expected them to just forget everything and welcome her back, while Emma hid behind Lisa and refused to even look at Sarah. Both kids made it clear they had no interest in having a relationship with Sarah and considered Lisa their real mother now. Sarah was devastated by their rejection and tried to explain she understood their anger and was willing to take things slowly, but Jake interrupted and said there was nothing she could do to make up for 9 years of absence and that they already had a mother who actually cared about them. After Sarah left, Lisa and I had a long conversation with the kids about what they wanted us to do, making it clear we would support whatever decision they made and that they shouldn't feel pressured to have a relationship with Sarah if they didn't want to. Both Jake and Emma were adamant that they wanted nothing to do with Sarah and didn't want her coming to our house anymore or trying to contact them at school, and they asked us to make sure she understood they were happy with their current family and didn't need her in their lives. So here's where I might be the asshole. I called Sarah and told her that while I understood her desire to reconnect, the kids had made their feelings clear and I was going to respect their wishes and not force them into a relationship against their will. I explained they were old enough to make their own decisions about who they wanted in their lives and that after 9 years of building a stable family with Lisa, they weren't interested in disrupting that for someone who had voluntarily walked away. Sarah became upset and accused me of poisoning the kids against her and preventing her from exercising her parental rights, threatening legal action to force visitation or seek partial custody.